When I first moved into Blackwood Manor, the silence was the loudest thing in the house. The grand halls, the towering bookshelves, the vast, empty rooms, they all echoed with a profound loneliness. I thought I was completely alone here, a solitary figure in a forgotten mansion. But soon, I started to notice things. Small, gentle occurrences that I couldn't explain. A book I'd left on the table would be carefully placed back on its shelf, right in the spot I'd been searching for. The fireplace would be lit on the coldest nights, a warm, crackling welcome after a long day. A single, perfect rose would appear on my windowsill, its petals still dewy as if just picked. At first, I was scared. The feeling of being watched was constant, a quiet presence that followed me from room to room. But it wasn't menacing. It was protective. It was a gentle watchfulness, a silent companionship that began to chip away at my solitude. I felt less like I was being haunted and more like I was being cared for. One rainy afternoon, while exploring the dusty attic, my hand brushed against a loose floorboard. Beneath it, I found a small, leather-bound diary. The name on the inside cover read Liam. As I turned the fragile, yellowed pages, a story unfolded. Liam had lived here, in this very house, a century ago. He wrote of his love for art, for music, for the very same sunrise I watched from my bedroom window. His words were full of life, of passion, and a deep, unspoken sadness. He wrote about a woman he saw from afar, a woman he admired for her strength and her spirit, a woman who looked, he wrote, just like me. He described her in such vivid detail, from the way her hair caught the light to the sound of her laughter echoing in his dreams. He loved her, but was too shy, too afraid to ever speak to her. He passed away in this house, his love a secret he took with him. As I read, the strange occurrences suddenly made sense. The perfectly placed book, the warm fire, the single rose. They were all gestures of a love that had transcended time. It wasn't just a presence I was feeling. It was him. It was Liam. He wasn't a malicious spirit haunting my home. He was a lonely soul who had found the woman he loved, 100 years too late. The feeling of being watched was no longer unsettling. It was comforting. I wasn't alone in Blackwood Manor. I was sharing it with a gentle ghost, a silent guardian who loved me across the veil of time. I started talking to him, narrating my day as I walked through the halls. I'd read to him from his favorite books and play the old piano in the parlor, hoping the music would reach him wherever he was. The loneliness that once filled these walls was replaced by a quiet understanding, a connection that defied logic. Blackwood Manor was no longer an empty house. It was our home. And I knew, with a certainty that settled deep in my heart, that I would never truly be alone here again. His love was the ghost that haunted me, and I was no longer afraid. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever felt a connection to something beyond what you can see, I'd love to hear about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales from the manor. See you next time.